Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Two news stories for you. Firstly, it seems that an Ethiopian government department admitted the failure or uh, admitted the poor performance of Ethiopian law enforcement agencies, especially Ethiopian intelligence agency. Ethiopian Immigration and Citizenship Service issued a statement 2 days ago sharing details of what foreigners are doing in Ethiopia. What is Ethiopian intelligence agency doing while these foreigners are involved in some serious criminal activities? And their arrival in Ethiopia is an ongoing process. Some are arriving in Ethiopia legally. Some are using forged, fraudulent documents. Secondly, Djibouti is still waiting for response from Ethiopia. What happened? Djibouti offered a port exclusively for Ethiopian use to the Ethiopian government a few months ago. Did Ethiopia respond? What is Djibouti's new position? What is Ethiopian assessment of this new port? Should Ethiopia show an interest in the use of this port or not? Firstly, viewers, we know that Ethiopia deported hundreds of Eritreans in recent weeks. Twice it happened in the last few months. Eritrean news sources, some refugee organizations confirmed that Ethiopian authorities rounded up Eritreans, mostly from Addis Ababa, packed in buses. They were then taken to a far Eritrea border and they were handed over to Eritrean border guards. And then we saw some criticism of the Ethiopian refugee and return service that it is imposing heavy fines on Eritreans who overstay in Ethiopia and now want to leave Ethiopia. They are going to pay fines amounting to thousands of dollars. That is why Ethiopian Immigration and Citizenship Service issued a detailed statement 2 days ago. The statement is indicative of the prevalent activities of Eritreans in Ethiopia. So the statement mentions foreign nationals, but it specifically mentions the activities of Eritrean nationals in Ethiopia. Ethiopian Immigration and Citizenship Service says that significant number of foreigners, especially Eritreans, are involved in two activities in Ethiopia. Two types of activities. Firstly, unauthorized work. They are running businesses. They have small retail shops. They have large establishments. And all their work is unauthorized because they are foreigners. They're not entitled to work in Ethiopia. They don't have any work permits. Firstly, they're involved in unauthorized work. Second type of activity is alarming. That just shows that Ethiopian intelligence agency will have to be very vigilant about the activities of foreigners on Ethiopian soil. These Eritreans are involved in illegal activities. The names of these activities are mentioned in the statement by Immigration and Citizenship Service of Ethiopia. Mining, human trafficking, drug trafficking, money laundering. On daily basis, hundreds of Eritreans enter Ethiopia. Some enter Ethiopia from Eritrea. And interestingly, Eritreans from Uganda, from UAE also arrive in Ethiopia by air. They say that they want to meet their relatives, their family members in Ethiopia who are refugees here, who have refugee status here, granted to them by the authorities here. And when they come here in Ethiopia, they start conducting illegal activities. The Ethiopian Immigration and Citizenship Service says that these Eritreans have connections with illegal networks of brokers and criminals abroad. It's a huge network, it seems, of Eritreans operating in Ethiopia and criminal networks operating abroad. And I think this report by the Ethiopian authorities have raised question marks against the performance of the Ethiopian intelligence agency. The intelligence agency led by Ridwan Hussein is supposed to protect the interests, the national interests of the country. But if, and in the statement, it is mentioned that many Eritreans, significant number of foreigners are involved in unauthorized work and illegal criminal activities. Operation has been launched against Eritreans, against other foreign nationals who are overstaying in Ethiopia, but the number is huge. How many Eritreans are in Ethiopia? Official number is more than 100,000. Are all of them legal? I'm talking about legal refugees. There are illegal ones too, maybe more than the legal ones. Let's see. I think Ethiopia will adopt some measures in coming days to counter the activities of illegal activities of foreigners, especially relatives. Secondly, Djibouti is still waiting for response from Ethiopia. We know that Djibouti has been trying to undermine the implementation of Ethiopia-Somaliland MOU. It is becoming increasingly difficult to implement the MOU now when Ethiopia has signed UNCLOS declaration with Somalia. Djibouti relies heavily on handling imports and exports of Ethiopia. Djibouti earns millions of dollars from Ethiopia annually by providing a port to Ethiopian imports and exports. Ethiopia wants a more reliable access to sea. That is why it talked to Eritrea, then it talked to Somaliland. Now it's going to start talks to Somalia. Djibouti does not want to lose its customer because if Ethiopia diverts all its cargo from Djibouti, it would be devastating for Djibouti's economy. Djibouti it made an offer to Ethiopian government a few months ago that Ethiopia can exclusively use the Tajora port for its imports and exports. Offer was made public by Djibouti's Foreign Minister Mohammed Ali Yusuf. Ethiopia did not respond to this offer. Mohammed Ali Yusuf again reiterated Djibouti's offer 2 days ago. He said Djibouti is still waiting for response from Ethiopian authorities. Ethiopia has not said yes or no. Why? Because Ethiopia maybe is evaluating all the offers which are being made to Ethiopia. Offer of Berbera port, offer of Hobyo port of Somalia, and offer of Tajora port, Kenyan Lamo port as well. Ethiopia authorities are working on a plan about how to use all these ports or which ports to use for imports and exports. That is why Ethiopia has not said yes or no to Djibouti so far. Thank you for watching.